Hello, everyone. Welcome into Xfinity Monday Live here on a Victory Monday. We love a good Victory Monday. We've had quite a few thanks to the Broncos lately, and we are so thrilled tonight because we have got sack master Nik Bonitto in the house, kind enough to join us after a very long road trip. Nick, first and foremost, how does it feel to be back home?
It feels good. I mean, just bonding with the guys for those whole week and however long we've been gone, and just being with them, getting to talk with them, hang out with them a lot, and just bonding over that trip, and getting 2 dubs obviously helps. So
yeah.
it was a good trip for sure.
I mean, what an incredible road trip! You couldn't ask for anything more. You win both games on the road in the Eastern Time Zone. Things that historically the Broncos have struggled with. You come back with 2 really, really good dubs. I'm curious, the mentality of this team, is it different from when you stepped on that plane to go to Tampa a week and a half ago?
Yeah, I mean, and just obviously the players, we went up there knowing it was a business trip, whether it was, in Tampa Bay, they're going to Greenbrier, then to New York. And then, obviously, with the coaches, locking us in every day, making sure that, they know why we're here and we know why we're here. So
it's so exciting. We talk about this defense. Oh my gosh, you guys have been so fun to watch. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a defensive stan. Like, I know it's a quarterback league, but I'm here for the defense. You sacked Aaron Rodgers 5 times. You were one of those guys, but a guy that does not get sacked a lot. When's the next time he's going to get sacked 5 times in a game? I just don't know, and it feels like you set the tone from the jump. VJ dials up the blitz. Justin Cernat hits home. What was the mentality in this game?
Just, try to, touch him up, knock him down a lot. We know he's a guy that, as great as he is getting older in age. So, yeah, we know he doesn't want to get touched as much. So, BJ had a good game plan, and we had a good mentality all week. That's what we were going to do, and it showed on Sunday. So
it has been fun seeing kind of the national attention start to focus in right now on the Broncos pass rush, on the Broncos defensive front, and how good you guys have been. How have you been able to level up from last year?
Just knowing what we had. I mean, guys like, Coop, Zach, even JFM coming this year, and, all the guys that we had last year that are coming back this year, we knew we all had. And, it was just more of just cohesion and continuing to rush together and knowing what each other likes to do and just playing off each other. And I feel like that's what you're seeing this year, just rushing well together, guys playing well together, and it's working out for us. So.
One of my favorite things post-game is I made a little compilation of how many of you guys said, shout out to VJ. What is he like as a DC?
BJ is cool, man. I mean, he's always, a guy that's always bringing positivity in the building. He's always telling me every day, just smile, smile. So he's a guy that's always going to bring good energy and, good focus and good work to, every day.
I feel like he dials up so many, exotic looks. Like, how fun is it to play for a guy like that where it's certainly not a stale defense?
Yeah, I mean, just having, a guy that can make you learn multiple things and do different things, like outside linebackers are dropping to, the curl flats, and, safeties are blitzing, and linebackers are doing all type of stuff. So it's definitely can get chaotic, but, I mean, you got to love it, though.
Let's talk about, you got home to Aaron Rodgers. That was fun. Do you have, like, a bucket list of quarterbacks you want to sack? Because I assume he's got to be up there.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely one of them. I would say all of them. I mean,
okay.
Any quarterback I want to play, I'm trying to get after him. So.
Are you going to, have you ever seen, like, what Myles Garrett does, like, on Halloween? He
does
the cemetery. Would you ever do something like that? Like a little cemetery of your quarterbacks?
I don't know if I'll take it to that extreme, but I'll definitely always just have it in the back of my mind.
Okay.
I've always got.
I like it. I like it. Von Miller used to have a T-shirt, cross off all the names. Might have to do a little something like that. What for you think has been the biggest jump in your game, let's say, from last year to this year?
Yeah, just, learning from the guys in front of me like Coop and Barron and seeing what they do on a day in and day out basis. And also just watching film with, not only, the opponent, but other guys around the league and what's working and things that I can implement in my game.
Awesome. That is so fun. Well, it has been so much fun to watch you this season, Nick, and we got a lot more coming up here on Xfinity Monday Live. Nik Bonitto kind enough to join us Monday Live. Welcome back to Xfinity Monday Live here on a Victory Monday at the Viewhouse Centennial. Such a treat tonight. We got Nik Bonitto in the house, kind enough to join us after a very long road trip. Broncos back at 500, 2-2, and 3 or 4 games this year were decided by 7 points or less. It kind of feels like that's life in the NFL, but a big conversation last year, the year before that, and that was winning those close games. So where do you feel like the team has grown in that regard where you've been able to pull out those close wins?
Yeah, I think just last year, just us having a taste of what winning feels like and against the more elite teams of the league, just having that experience, I feel like we came back with that, a lot of those guys, and we know what it takes to win, and a lot of those pressure games, a lot of those big games, we know what it takes. So just having that experience coming back with us this year was definitely big.
I'm always curious, like, what was the challenge of when you come from, a great program like Oklahoma, and you guys you're used to winning, and then you go to a team that's struggling, and now you guys kind of found your groove, but how hard is it going from the college to the pros and having to deal with like a totally different dynamic?
Yeah, I mean, and it's kind of why they bring guys like guys like Oklahoma and just winning pedigree, helping to change what has been, and helping for better days. So just continue to bring winning guys in and guys that know what it takes to win, and I feel like is why I'm here as well. So
it's been really fun watching like you and Barron and Coop really grow into leadership roles. Right now, you guys are almost like the wily veterans there. What's that been like for you now, embracing a totally different role?
Yeah, I mean, just trying to help out when I can. Obviously, trying to lead by my plays more how I feel like I can lead. But, Barron being the more vocal guy in the room, and, Coop just leading the right way and treating the same, coming to the same guy every day and just working hard. And I just feel like we all lead in different ways, but we all try to, put our little implements to help the young guys out, like Till, Ellis, all those guys. So.
It's been so much fun to watch. And, of course, now you're back at home for 2 games, 2 divisional matchups. We got one coming up first with the Raiders. How much are you itching to end this losing streak with the Raiders?
Definitely itching, but I mean, just making sure that we're going to follow the game plan that's set. It definitely is going to be big to win those divisional games, especially starting off with our first one here against the Raiders. So it's going to be big for us. For sure.
How much confidence do you guys have going into it with how the season started, and then with how you did on this road trip? And now you guys are at 500. The whole season's right in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, just continue to keep eyes on the prize, one game at a time. Like you said, we're going to have a big divisional opponent, so, I mean, we can make a lot of it this week, but at the end of the day, we just got to know that, Coach Sean and, BJ, we're going to have great plans for us this week, and we just got to lock in and, just let the chips fall where they may on Sunday.
Do you feel like rivalry still, exists in the NFL?
Yeah, I feel like it is. I mean, just you kind of have that feeling going into games, and Sean has a good feeling of what these divisional opponents mean to us. So he'll give us a little bit more motivation before the game. So it's definitely some rivals still in the league.
I love that. We love to hear it. That's what Broncos country wants to hear. We got time now for the People Want to Know. People Want to Know, brought to you by Common Spirit, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos and champions for the communities we serve. So these are some fan questions. Eric wants to know: are you the best hooper on the team? Because I do feel like Court always says it's him.
No, it's easily me. And, if Court ever had something to say about it, we can always go to the court and do something.
Because you played, AAU and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you and Court ever played a little game of horse or anything?
Nah, nothing like that. We've always just talked and joked about it, but nothing ever serious.
I feel like you're the humble one, because it was always Court or Justin Simmons, but nobody's ever talking about you.
See, and that's the thing. Jay, he was a little old, so, I mean, the fact that he thinks he can run with a young guy like me is, it's a little crazy. But
I absolutely love that. Sarah wants to know if you got any pregame superstitions.
None, really. Honestly, I'm just so laid back and chill before the game. I just turn on some music and just lay down in the locker room until we got to go out. So,
what's your music? What's on the playlist?
Really, just a lot of R&B, honestly, just to soothe me, come and calm me down. So.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Tristan wants to know what's your favorite uniform combo with these new uniforms. You guys got so many.
Easily the white, orange, white. Easily.
Yes.
It's not even close.
Absolutely. Yeah. You guys have worn the white jerseys a lot this year.
Yeah.
I think everybody's ready for a little bit of something else.
A little more color, yeah. I wouldn't be mad. I guess the second one would probably be the all blue. That would be the cleanest one.
I love it. Okay, and Tara wants to know, why'd you change your number?
Just seeing that 15 was available, because I wore it in high school. So when I saw it was available, I just had to try and grab it. So
I love it.
Yeah.
It looks good on you. We're used to the defenders wearing these different numbers now.
Yeah.
All right, that was the People Want to Know, brought to you by Common Spirit. We're going to take a break, but coming up next, we're going to talk about a little bit more about uniforms, the new snazzy uniforms Broncos are going to wear this Sunday. We'll get Nick's take on that. We'll be back on the other side. We're so excited tonight. We got Nik Bonitto in the house, who's been having a spectacular season, and you're going to look pretty fly on Sunday. I know Broncos fans have had this one circled. You're going to wear the old throwbacks with the throwback helmet. What do you think of this look?
I love the look personally. I've always seen the old videos and pictures of the old jerseys and stuff. I'm like, bro, why can't we wear those?
Yeah.
So, I mean, just getting to wear them a couple times this year, it's gonna be awesome for sure.
It feels like you gotta wear it to the Raiders game too, right?
Yeah, I mean, just knowing the history between the two teams, and it's definitely going to be a good one to bring him out for.
Have you ever seen that Samuel L. Jackson promo that they played at a game once? Oh, okay, I'll have to show you that afterward. It'll get you fired up. It's so awesome.
For sure.
But with when we talk about uniforms, because I think a lot of people want to know, do you guys think about as much as fans do about what you're wearing and feeling good, look good, feel good, play good, as Dion says?
Oh, 100%. I mean, and we usually have the guys that are captains. They pick the uniforms each week, so they usually do a good job of making sure that we have a good style on. So haven't been able to be mad about any of the combinations so far this year.
I love it. Speaking of captains, I'm glad you said that, because you guys have really been able to step up on defense. Without Alex Singleton, Baron Browning's been out for a while. How proud are you of this group for being able to elevate no matter who hasn't been able to play?
Yeah, just kudos to those guys, because it's Alex, he's still doing a great job leading, and even before he was injured, just helping along the young guys every day, making sure everybody's know what they're doing. And Baron, the same thing. He's continuously talking to us, making sure that we're all good, and during practice, or just texting, regular text. So just those guys are good leaders.
How excited will you be to get Baron back in a couple weeks?
I'm really excited, man. Just get back to rushing with B, knowing what he can do. I'm excited for him. He was playing really good ball before he went down, so I'm excited for him to get back out there.
That's awesome. Well, hello, everyone. Thanks for logging on to CBSColorado.com. Time now for a few extra minutes with Broncos linebacker Nik Bonitto. And, Nick, it has been so fun watching this defense elevate game by game this year. What do you think this unit is doing best right now?
Just playing together and, just playing with energy. I feel like every time you see us on film, you're going to see a lot of us flying to the ball. Literally, we're looking at a play today where Brandon Jones is coming from one side of the hash of the field to go make a play on the other on the third down. And it's guys are just playing with that energy on a play-by-play basis. So it's exciting to see. It
looks like you guys are having fun out there, too.
Oh, 100%. I mean, just knowing the work that we put in throughout the week is paying off and on Sundays. And, everybody's having fun. Everybody's making plays. I mean, how could it not be fun out there? So.
And, of course, winning's fun as well. You guys are back to 500. How much confidence you have going into now what's going to be a big game with the Raiders?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, needed these 2 games on the road, and, just the style of how it happened, being away for that long and being able to come together and win those 2 big games is huge for us. So definitely a big confidence booster going into this week.
How different is it during the week when you got to win compared to when you got a loss when it comes to preparation and just the mood and everything?
Yeah, I feel like you got to treat it the same way. You can't waver from your work or the time that you're putting in and whether it's in the weight room or on film. You got to be able to come in every day and be the same person, whether it's a win or a loss, and you're going to get the good results.
This Raiders team has certainly changed a lot over the years, and you got questions with Devontae Adams if he's going to be healthy. But where do you feel like this team is most dangerous, and where you can get at them the most?
Just, haven't really gone to much of the film yet, but knowing that they're a good team, they have a lot of good backs. They have a good quarterback. Like you said, they have Devontae on the outside. So they have good weapons all around, and it's going to be a team that we're going to have to focus in for and lock in.
What's it like being on the field with Pat Surtain when he just absolutely shuts down some of the best wide receivers in the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, good to have a guy where coach can be like, hey, take him away, and, knowing that he's not going to be a factor in the game. And even the other guys like Riley, J Mac, and then the PJ, Brandon, having those guys that can cover, and give you time to go rush the passer. They've been great for us all year. And, specifically, like you said, Pat, he's been shutting guys down all year. So.
Does that change things? A lot of times, VJ will sometimes say, when you got a lockdown corner like that, it kind of opens up your whole defense. Does that change up front for you at all what you feel like you can do?
Like I said, just the whole DB room. We know we have good guys back there, so we know we're gonna have time to rush, and that's respect to them, and it's gonna be easy for us, to rush every week in and week out with knowing that we have those guys back there.
What's your thoughts on Max Crosby?
He's one of the greatest. This is not even, up for debate. I mean, a guy that can wreck the game in any way in the run or pass game. So he's the truth for sure.
When you came into the league, was there anyone you modeled your game after?
Easily Bond. I mean, just watching him since I was a kid, and it's funny now being in the place that he's been at for so long. So I mean, just watching him and always being like, dang, if I played for Denver and then now I'm here. So it's
we love that. That's the best answer we could have heard. We could have heard. Actually, since you said Vaughn, one last thing. We were looking at that 2015 historic Super Bowl defense, which was just incredible. They were giving up 275 yards per game through 4 games. You guys are giving up 255 yards per game. When you hear that, what's that like when you think about what you guys are doing, what you can do this season?
Yeah, no, it's a great starting point for sure. But I mean, we have a lot of our goals that we still want to achieve down the line. So we just got to keep going in, day in and day out, week in, week out, and we're going to get the results that we want. But like you said, it's a great start, obviously, with those numbers.
Well, we cannot wait to see what you guys do. We can't wait to see what you do on Sunday in the Fly uniforms. Nik, thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate it so much.
No worries.
Guys, thanks for logging on. We will see you next time.